Okay, hi everyone in P4. It is Friday of week 14, and hopefully that means we're either already open or we're going to be opening shortly, early next week. So it'll be lovely to see all your faces again, even if I can only see half of them because you'll have a mask on. So will Mr. Hammonds, by the way. Anyway, so today's Friday is the tutorial is about science. We're still looking at states of matter. In fact, this will probably be our last session on states of matter. I think we already know about the three states of matter. We've got gas, we've got liquid, and we've got solid. And if you change the temperature, different materials change from one of those things into the other. We had a look at nitrogen. We had a look at rock, which can become lava if it's hot enough. So yes, heat changes the way that these matters actually behave. And as we also know already, it's the particles inside matter that change their behavior, and that's how it changes the state. Now, obviously, we've been having a long look also at water. So today is actually an experiment. And we're going to be looking at water because it's probably the most available and easiest one for us to experiment with. This experiment, you're going to need several items. You'll need a freezer on top of your fridge and an ice tray, which if you don't know looks something like that. It's basically for putting water in and then slipping in your freezer and turn into ice blocks. Most of you would know that already, I'm sure. You'll need a kettle, you'll need a glass or a cup, preferably a cup actually, I think. You'll need access to water, which again I'm pretty sure you'll all have, and then you'll also need a camera or a camera phone, or basically some sort of a device you can take photos with. Now, if you don't have one or all, I'd assume you'd have at least one of those, but if you're missing out on one or two of those particular items, please get in touch with me and let me know. I'll be totally understanding. Okay, so just before we begin the steps, the experiment, just a word of warning. It's probably best again to have an adult around because a couple of things you'll do here, if you're silly with them, they can be dangerous. So just it's probably best to have an adult, whether it's an auntie or a parent or what have you, just supervise to make sure you're not going too far. All right, so pour some water in an ice tray and put it in your freezer. And just forget about it. Walk away. All right, that's done. You don't need to worry about that until tomorrow. Now you need to pour some water in a cup. Take a photo of that cup, and when you're able to get the file off the camera, the digital file off the camera, you put the photo of the cup of water in the correct column. So I'm scrolling down to the next page. As you can see, you've got a work page there, and you've got three columns. You've got one titled liquid, one entitled solid, and one entitled gas. So you need to put the photo of the cup in the correct column. Now, it's not the cup that we're focusing on, it's what's inside the cup. So which of those three columns would the water go in? Which one of those three columns would the water go in? Gave you a big clue there already. All right. Now, pour some water in your kettle and boil the water. Again, just be very careful because obviously boiled water is extremely hot. You don't want to touch it on your hands or accidentally spill it. Now, once it's actually boiled, see if you can take a photo of the steam coming off it. If it's a little bit hard to see, sometimes it's a good idea to pour the boiling water into a coffee cup or something so you can see the steam come off the top of the cup. I assure you, if you get your camera very close, the steam might actually fog up a little bit of the lens. So that's something else you could try taking a photo of. Again, be very careful because this water is very hot. I don't want to hear about anyone getting burnt. So just be very careful as you move around that water. Again, you take the photo of the steam and you put it in the correct column, whether that's a gas, a solid, or a liquid. Next day, go to your freezer, pull out your ice tray. You can knock out the ice from the ice tray, or you can keep it in the ice tray, doesn't worry me. But take a photo of the ice and again, put that photo in the correct column. One more thing I'd like you to do, even though I haven't put it down as an instruction, but I'm giving this instruction to you now. Underneath the photo, draw the particles for me. So show me if those particles are all stuck together, whether they're kind of close to one another and moving a little bit slowly, or if they're wide apart and having a big party. So underneath each one of those photos, show me with a drawing what the particles in that particular state of matter are doing. Then send me the page with all those photos and drawings, and you are done. That's it. So if you can't get this all done in one day, today's Friday, feel free obviously to take the weekend. I totally understand. It might take an extra day or two to get things organised. But good luck with it. And yeah, that would be the end of States of Matter. I hope you have a lovely weekend, everyone. See you next week.